Hey guys, what is up? Dave here, coming back to you with a brand new video today, and I'm going to be showing you how to visually mod a game called Pixel Car Racer. That means that this is not an APK mod that's going to give you unlimited money, unlimited crates, and unlimited gems, which frankly, gems and pixel cars is kind of useless. But it's actually a video on how to modify the files visually so you can make a Pixel Car Racer APK mod that is visually appealing, much like Ty Skids did over here on YouTube. He's got this awesome APK mod of Pixel Car Racer called Pixel Car Racer Unlimited. It's an APK mod that visually changes up the game, and in my opinion, looks better than the actual game. It really does. It looks way better. So go give this guy a follow on YouTube. It looks like he makes some awesome content. Only 5,000 subs and only 117 views on his video. Go watch this. Go watch his stuff. He's a nice guy. But today I'm going to show you how to actually download these files and make an APK that will visually modify the game. So first of all, you obviously need the APK. The game has not updated since August of last year, and it doesn't sound like the devs are going to be releasing any more updates anyway. So here we are in Pixel Car Racer 1.1.80, and that's pretty much the end of it. Download the APK, and that's really what you need for this first part. The second part is you need some modding tools from the game Undertale, because Undertale and Pixel Car Racer use the same game engine. So Undertale tools from GitHub. This is the one you're going to need by FJ69. Simply download this RAR file, and in the RAR file, let's download it real quick again. You'll see these two programs. These are the only two programs you actually realistically need, and that's going to be how you actually go in and modify the game. So once you get those files, you'll make a folder, and you'll put the WinExtract, the WinPack, and you'll get this Game.Droid file. Now, where do you get that file? That file is located in the actual APK for Pixel Car Racer. As you can see, you go Assets, Game.Droid. That's the file you need to visually modify the game. So you go make your folder, and you have these three files in it. Now, these two extra files, repack and extract.bat, these are batch file programs. These are batch files. They're not really programs, but to make these, you simply right-click, new, text file, whatever.bat. Say yes. Water. I don't know. But you do that, and then simply right-click, edit, and you just make your files for extract and pack. And the way you do that is extract, for example, at echo off, which means it won't show you calling the programs. It'll just show you the results of the program running. When extract game.droid extract, so it'll create a folder called extract and extract the game.droid file to it. And then repack is at echo off when pack extract mod game.droid -tt or -tt. So this takes the folder extract, makes it a game.droid file called modgame.droid, and I don't remember what that does, but it has to be there. Sorry. So let's unpack the files real quick. As you can see, it's very quick. Very quick. It's not finishing for some reason. I feel like I shouldn't have clicked. No, it's done. Okay. And you'll open up your extract file, and this txtr folder is the actual textures of the game. And if, let's say you want to modify one of these files, let's say you want to modify, you want to make a new road. I don't know. You want to make a new road. Yeah, that's totally something somebody wants to do. You want to change these backgrounds from the trees, or you want to make a new road that's not wintry, like at all. You'd go in and you could actually edit these files in Photoshop, GIMP, fireworks, however you want to modify them, or you want to put better buildings or different buildings, or change these shadows, or I don't know. Let's say you want to change the gauges. This is something I actually plan on doing, is changing these gauges. I don't know when I'm going to do that, but I am going to do that. I'm going to make them the Nitto 1320 Legends gauges, but I'll figure that out later. So let's say you want to change these. You can change these very easily. You can change the boards at the end here, although remember that we don't have code access, so we can't change where it displays your time, your opponent's time, your top speed, and your reaction. We can't change that. But you can change like the cop cars, for example, or yeah. So here's, for example, other RPM gauges. One that goes all the way up to 11, because there's a couple cars that do that. Here's the drag tree lights. Some van I've never seen before. The actual track for like the background of starting a tournament. Yeah, so actually a great way to show you guys how heavily modified the game is for PCR Unlimited is look at the NOS button here. Now, if you go in and give PCR Unlimited a play, where does he actually race in this damn thing? Let's say you go in and actually do a race, or a cruise, I guess. This truck's a little weird because like it has the blinking light even though there's no light there. Oops. As you can see, he changed it to a little switch, which is just badass. One thing I didn't know with Pixel Car, by the way, if you have airbags on your car, so air suspension, if you hit these buttons up here, it actually raises and lowers the height of your car while you're in game and allows you to actually change the ride height while you're racing. It's awesome. But that's how heavily modified PCR Unlimited is. And now you guys have the same ability to make a mod yourself for the game. So like here's another storefront. I've never seen this storefront used in the game. I don't know how to access it. But again, remember, the parts are still going to show up here because that's just how it's going to be. So like tires, you're not going to be able to select tires from right here. You're still going to be here. So like right here. So you could custom make this screen work by looking at a screenshot of this one in game and making it work here with like custom shelving. But I've never seen this second store before and I don't know how to make it work. So that tells us that there was going to be another update of a newer store or another store layout. But here's like all the race modes, some other, symbols and signs. And then let me explain cars real quick. Let me get a car sheet here. So here we are. We're at cars. So let's say you want to make a custom car. A good place to look to see if there's any cars already made is going to be pixelcarart.com. They have a whole database of custom cars already created. And I have one pulled up here that would be kind of a cool addition to add to an APK mod of Pixel Car Racer. The Tesla Cybertruck, because you have this cool sideways look of the car already where it doesn't have any wheels, so you don't have to worry about that in Pixel Car. Here's the hard thing to explain with Pixel Car racing modding. So let's say you wanted to put this in the game. We don't have access yet to modifying the actual code of the game for where tires and wheels show up on different cars. I at least don't know how to do that. And while I do have the game decompiling in IDA Pro, that doesn't mean I'm going to figure it out. So we don't yet know how they know where to put wheels and stuff like that on these cars. I've looked through classes.dex already. It's not in there. There's nothing else in the APK that's, going to allow us to do that I have found at least. Because, like, if you go in here, there is, other stuff, but it's just things like that, or simple INI files, or, nope, dude, product list, which is just a product list. Another INI file. Another INI file. Like, there's no real way I've figured out yet to move that kind of stuff. And I don't think there is a way, as of yet at least, to do it. So I'm going to dig around IDA Pro and I'm going to see if there's a way to move cars or find the database for cars and stuff like that. But so far, I do not have a way to find those things. The best that I've so far been able to do is find, like, crates, for example, and look at, like, item win and try to change this sub to an add so it'll add crates to your account instead of subtract them. But it doesn't seem to work when I do that, so I'm not going to do that yet. And I have yet to find a database of all the car information. So, like, if I look up wheel, for example, it creates wheel joint, wheel up, wheel down. I don't see anything as far as how it places the wheels on the cars. And when I search car, there's so many things that comes up. Cars with an S. We'll search car without an S. There's quite a few things that come up. So, like, check car collision, save game load, car var, car choose random, car dump, create zero. There's a lot of things here, and I still don't see the actual database for how it does cars. So at the moment, I think we're still in a place where you're going to basically have to take that Tesla Cybertruck, slightly wiggle it in its size, and then find one that's close, like maybe a muscle car, for example, would work. You take, like, one of these muscle cars, and you swap the Tesla Cybertruck on top of this in Photoshop, GIMP, or Fireworks, or another photo editor, whatever you choose. Swap it on top of that, and then you'll be good to go. And you'll have the Tesla Cybertruck, in the game. And it'll put the wheels on by code, and you'll be good to go. But so far, that's the only way that I know to do it. I don't think there's another way because I don't see a huge tile spreadsheet of just wheels all spread out in the same shape, There's the cars like this, the wheels, and then the parts. And there's no sheet for just the tires and where they are. But you can see all the parts and stuff like that in here. There was a custom engine. So, like, this gold crate motor, I've never seen it in game, and I've opened like 500 crates. I have never received it. It's got to be the rarest thing on the planet. But yeah, I don't yet know how to move tires and wheels and stuff like that around. So you'll have to wiggle it into place, basically, or find a car that's similar spacing to the car you're messing with. There's so many cars on this website, though, that you can probably find one that's similar to the size of it. That thing is weird. Here's several bases. Audi A4. Here's another S2000 you could use. The FTO. That would be cool to see in PCR. Here's another Evo and a whole bunch of stuff. There's a lot of things here you can use on this website to try to make custom cars for this. But remember, you got to line them up with the original wheel wells of the car you're replacing. So now let me show you how to repack this. To repack it's very easy. You simply, since we have extract and we already modified all the stuff that's in here, simply click repack. And it creates a new package called Game.Droid. Then you take your APK, which I already have open here, and you have your Game.Droid here. You want to delete it from the APK, put this over in here, and rename it in the APK by either just clicking on it while it's highlighted or right-clicking, go rename, and rename it to Game.Droid, and you're done. You'll have to re-sign the APK if you are not rooted. You'll have to re-sign it with like one-click signer or something like that, which is very easy to do. You can simply go, so I'll like take this and I'll show you real quick. Oh, modding. One-click signer. So as you can see, it's PCR. You open one-click signer, pcr.apk, hit enter, and getting one-click signer is easy. One-click signer. Just Google it, easiest APK signer. You can get it from pretty much anywhere. Just get the top link, click one-click signer, and you're good to go. And that's all it takes to make a signed APK. Or you can sign it on your device with one of the many apps on the Play Store for signing APKs. Or if you're rooted, use Lucky Patcher and install an unsigned APK or an incorrectly signed APK, and you'll be good to go. So that's pretty much all it takes to mod Pixel Car Racer. This is taking an exceptionally long time, but that's probably because IDA takes up a lot of resources. Oh well. But yeah, I do not know how the car structure is done, and I feel like it's inside that Game.Droid, and since it's kind of a custom file, it would take, yeah, that didn't sign correctly. It would take a equally custom dumper. If you use another tool like Quick BMS for dumping Pixel Car Racer files, so like for example, I did do another game.bin or another GD file. As you can see, I got a lot more files, but a lot of these files, they're just gibberish. There's no way to really understand them. So really the only files that are useful are the txtr folder, the sound folder is somewhere in here. There is a sprite folder that's kind of useless. There's the shader folder, but a lot of this is honestly pretty useless, which is why there's no real point in opening it up. Like there is this OB settings, OB car, but these files are just too small to be the files that we're looking for. And as you can see, there's really nothing to them. I mean, I understand they could be encrypted or compressed or something like that, but 2KB is not going to be big enough for being the stats of every car and where the wheels go. So that's really just out of the question anyway. AI car, like there's a bunch of stuff in here, but none of this is big enough that it's going to be what we need. There's this glob file. There's nothing realistically in here that is big enough for the information that we need. There is, I did see one that was like over 400 in size. But again, it was a useless, impossible to read file, and it's not something that's worth it. So just work on replacing what's already there, and you'll be good to go. That's really, I think, the only way to go about it. Yeah, this one. So there was this file, and again, don't know what it is. Just a lot of 4s. Real lot of 4s. A 4 is everywhere. A 5. I don't think there's even like any readable text in here either, so there's no real words is what I mean by that. So the numbers actually eventually end. It's nothing that we can't go in and try to modify, but I just don't think it's worth it because you can just replace what's already there. So this is a very big file. There's nothing in here that's useful at all, as far as I can tell, though. So realistically, just work with what you got and go from there, because it's definitely possible to do some cool stuff, and that PCR Unlimited by Ty Skids is definitely proof that you don't need much to do something cool. The next video I make on Pixel Car Racer is going to be how to put a modded game save into any APK and then load it. I can already do it with pretty much any modded APK. As you can see with this APK, this is a modded one, but I'm actually going to transfer the modded stuff into the PCR Unlimited. So when you load PCR Unlimited, you already have unlimited stuff. So I'll talk to you guys later. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. Hope you guys learned something. Peace out.